We are broadcasting live in Austin, Texas. We got Allison and Jamie here. They are the Kills. We just heard a set comprised of all new stuff off the Midnight Boom record, Sour Cherry, Alphabet Pony, Tape Song, and You Are a Fever. This was one of those records. We got the full record in right before we left to make the trip over here to Austin, and I got to listen to it a couple times on the flight. And Sour Cherry was one of those tracks that just hit me right away, and I was sort of thinking, like, man, you guys almost must have a hard time picking singles for this record because there's a lot of just really fun, immediate cuts off of this album, and you've already done two singles off of it, and it's just now coming out. So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird because it's pretty much the first time since we started, when we started writing songs together, that we haven't really put any thought into what we were doing. It was just like everything just came out in bursts of energy, and all the songs ended up being really short because of that. And it was just sort of, I don't know, just like a real sort of honest, energetic record, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I think that absolutely comes through. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I have to imagine that maybe some of that with all these great beats. You guys worked on this record a little bit with Alex Epton, who's known to People's Armani Exchange with Spank Rock. And I mean, I had read that you guys were really, really into that Spank Rock record that came out. On paper, seeing that you guys were going to be working together a little bit, that seemed like kind of crazy at first. I was like, man, I can't imagine what that's going to sound like. But the end result is just really terrific. How did you guys approach him about working?
I mean, it took us a long time making this. We wrote a lot of songs. We wrote like 40 songs over a year and a half. And,
wow.
And we sort of demoed and wrote and conceived and recorded all of them pretty much, and then over that year and a half, and then we got Alex in right at the end because it's like the kind of record we were making sort of dictated that I wanted someone that wasn't from like a rock production background just to come in. I don't know, I lost a lot of confidence with it and couldn't really tell whether it was good or terrible, so I just wanted someone to come in and tell me whether it was rubbish or not. Alex was the man.
Yeah, wow. It sounds so cool. And how do you whittle down then all of those songs to get to your final track listing?
I hope we just chose the ones we thought were kind of the ugliest, weirdest. well, just like the most foreign to us. It didn't sound like anything we'd done before, so we just kind of chose in that way.
Yeah, I mean,
it started off as the track list was like it had 14 songs on it, and then it just didn't run right, so we dropped 2 songs, and we thought we'll put them on the next record. Because I felt like there was 2 songs that we hadn't really done as well as I thought we could, so we kicked them off.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to hearing those in the future. I am curious. I know, and you worked on the last record there too. But I'm curious. You guys kind of headed to Michigan to work on this record up in Benton Harbor. Is that a good kind of isolation for you to head up there and just kind of get away from stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of London.
Well, no one's going to come visit us there. No one would care.
I mean, that's the beauty of Benton Harbor. I mean, I say it with no irony. It really is one of my favourite places on earth. It's like partly because there's 2 of my favourite people in the world live there and run the studio, but it's like no one, migrates to Benton Harbor. It's not like, it's not like you're not going to be bothered by people flying in and being like, hey, what are you up to?
Right.
It's like mostly people's energy is put into trying to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And I like places like that,
I noticed Fiery Furnaces, I know, worked on their last record a bit up there, and they had a track that they wrote called Benton Harbor Blues.
Yeah.
So, it's conducive to creativity a little bit, I think.
It is really conducive.
And you guys, first of all, we're so excited to do a session with you again. We really love this new record, and especially with this sort of whirlwind journey that you're on. I know you already did a little bit of promotion and some early shows overseas here in the last 2 weeks. Now you're just here for a couple of days, headed back over. You guys ready for this big European tour?
Yeah, I mean, we sort of start off kind of gently, touring in France with Gossip.
Wow.
And then it kind of goes up, we turn on the heat after that.
That is going to be a party every night.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great.
It's going to be so much.
And then we're back at the end of April, I believe, back in the States.
Yeah, looks like the U.S. tour dates begin April 30th in Boston, and you'll be out, pretty much for a full month around with that as well. Well, we're just thrilled to have you be able to join us here while we're hanging out in Austin, and we're going to be helping to present the Domino Records official showcase tomorrow night at Antone's. You guys will be taking the stage tomorrow along with your label mates, Sons and Daughters, Lightspeed Champion, These New Puritans, White Williams, and a DJ set from Simeon Mobile Disco. So if you've got a South by badge or wristband, come on out and join us. Going to be an evening of great music. And speaking of great music, if when Jamie is ready, I'll let you guys get into. We got a couple more tracks.
I don't know.
Let's
see what we've got.
Excellent. Well, this next one's called "Last Day of Magic," as we are live with the Kills here on WOXY.com.
I'm bored of cheap and cheerful. I want expensive sadness. Hospital bills plural. Open doors to madness. I want you to be crazy 'cause you're boring, baby, when you're straight. I want you to be crazy 'cause you're stupid, baby, when you're safe. I'm sick of social graces.
We have been live with the Kills here, live from Austin, WOXY.com, cheap and cheerful, and Last Day of Magic, all today's tunes on the band's new record, Midnight Boom. If you're listening overseas, it's already in stores, and here in the States, it's out next Tuesday. If you want to sample a little bit more of it, midnightboom.com has some clips of all the album tracks, and then so it'll be out next week here stateside. And whether you're listening overseas or here in the U.S., the kills.tv has all of those tour dates, pretty expansive all the way through to May for the time being. So best of luck with the release of the album here and all your touring, and hopefully we will see you again soon.
Thank you so much.